Hi everybody, it's me, Sailor Mercury here, and today I'm going to talk about something that I really do think that we have talked about before, but maybe in a different way. Now everybody knows that this has not been the first YouTube channel we ever had, that we had various other YouTube channels, and some of them were victims of all kinds of, you know, things. Sailor Moon Red, our YouTube channel that only seemed to make it around to be around for a year, was a victim of a hacking. Now, do we actually know what went down? No. But there are some people on YouTube who say they do. But the truth is, I don't think anybody really knew. I don't think anyone that Saturday knew what was going to happen. Of course, we didn't have any access to the internet at all, because there was a storm on that Friday, knocked off the electricity out, so we had no access to the internet at all. And the place we were staying over that weekend, of course, all we had was a cricket phone with limited internet access, meaning that you could look up stuff, but it was very hard to sign into any it was very hard to sign into YouTube accounts or other type of accounts for that matter. And up until that point, some of us didn't know that there were things called strong and weak passwords. But now we know better. And since that day, every password from every account we ever had since then has always been a strong one. At least, according to the YouTube system, it's been a strong one. So that Saturday came, and someone figured out what the password was, and figured out and went in there, and I guess in at least 24 hours, because this person basically just sat there for 24 hours and deleted every one of our uploads, and then deleted every one of our favorites and playlists and profile and channel information, and then just closed us down. Now, was there any warnings? Did anybody start sending channel comments or video comments or personal messages saying, hey, we're going to do this to you? No. It was just probably random. Moving on, there was Sailor Moon Red 1. That was a victim of community guideline violation. And may I add to you, we were not guilty of violating YouTube community guidelines. It was just some people out there just did not like being responded back to. Like it was okay for them to respond to you, but you couldn't respond back to them. So we closed that one down. And then we came back with Sailor Moon's Best One. And of course that got shot in the foot the first time around. And then somebody just could not stay away from the flag video button. And that one got suspended. And then it became then it was pretty sad by that point, because Sailor Moon's Best 2 came along and that got terminated. And then Sailor Moon on YouTube we made, and that got suspended. And Sailor Moon Red 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, we closed that down when someone nailed us for violating community guidelines. And here was Sailor Moon Tube 11. And then to this day, we do not know any of the individuals responsible for any of the suspensions or terminations of those YouTube channels. Yes, we were bullied. Between 2008 to 2012 AD, we were cyberly bullied by people on YouTube for various reasons, and all of them were very dumb reasons, I assure you. And yes, we have never ever responded back to any of them anymore. We have not watched any of their videos. We delete all channel comments, video comments, and personal messages from them and block and ban them. So, yeah, I guess we kind of learned our lesson was to just ignore, and just let them act the way they're going to act. because unfortunately it's the way they're going to act like. And we have done some pretty good. This YouTube channel's been around for at least a year. And hopefully by May 18th of this year, it'll be around for 2 years. You know, because I think we went through all that for a reason. You know, I don't know what the reason was, but we went through it. So that's basically what happened to every one of our previous YouTube channels up to date, and why Sailor Moon Tube 11 will do what all of its predecessors could not do, and that means last on YouTube. You know, and as we made this video, we are in good standing with community guidelines, with copyright, with terms of service, or whatever other things on YouTube you can be in good standing for. And we have not been hacked. Our password has not been figured out by anyone. And number 3, that's basically the only 2 things I can actually talk about here. Now I know that I know we still have some idiots out there who are just, you know, desperados who want 50 minutes of fame, but it doesn't really matter in this day. So that's what happened to our YouTube channels over the years. Some were, you know, one was a victim of a hacking, 2 was a victim of suspension, 1 was a victim of termination, and technically, as far as I'm concerned, suspension and termination are about the same thing on YouTube, you know, because they never, ever, you know, give you any counts back. Now, people are going to make arguments and say, well, community guideline strikes are said to expire in 6 months. Not true. We waited 6 months and they stayed there. So obviously YouTube claims they take your strikes away after 6 months, but the truth is they don't. They remain there on your account even after 6 months. So that's it. I'm Sailor Mercury Amy. Hope you enjoyed this video.